Josef Loew pressed himself against the shadow of the ancient gate that once marked the entrance to Josefov in the Jewish district. Nestling in the stone archway, he felt the cold, mossy surface against his back. A column of Wehrmacht Sturmtruppen in their meticulously tailored uniforms marched down the narrow street. The gas lamps' flickering lights caught the polished edges of their attire, causing them to shimmer menacingly. The rhythmic clomping of their heavy leather boots, reinforced with metal toe caps, echoed through the alleyways, harmonizing with the frantic beat of Joseph's heart. Their uniforms, a mix of deep charcoal and forest green, were immaculate, with golden epaulets and badges that shone under the ambient light. These were no ordinary troops. Their status was evident in their dresses' finery and marches' discipline. Gleaming in steel and brass, their weapons were not mere tools of war, but works of art. Rifles with ornately engraved barrels, pistols with wooden handles adorned in intricate patterns, and backpacks fitted with curious devices that emitted gentle puffs of smoke and the soft hum of machinery. Small gadgets with rotating gears and flickering lights attached to their belts showcased the blend of military might and the pinnacle of craftsmanship. The sight was both awe-inspiring and deeply foreboding. Joseph's fists balled at his sides. This madness has to stop. For months he'd dedicated his life to moving Jewish men, women, and children around the city, to keep them one step ahead of the transports that rounded them up and shipped whole families off to the camps. But they couldn't keep running forever. There was a time to hide and a time to fight. If only his inventions could puncture the Germans' confidence and remind his people they didn't have to be led away like lambs to the slaughter. Like David, Gideon, and Joshua in their ancient scripture, perhaps it was time for the warriors to rise among them for the salvation of their people. Joseph pressed himself closer to the ground. Trailing the platoon of soldiers, a spider tank advanced with deliberate grace on its curved, elongated legs. Its brass and steel body reflected the muted light, revealing intricate gears and steam vents that hissed intermittently. Having been field-tested in Spain during their civil war, the rumors of these 8-legged monstrosities capable of scaling walls and descending into trenches were chillingly accurate. Each leg, expertly engineered, had joints decorated with ornate patterns, giving it a fusion of intimidation and elegance. The central body of the tank bore multiple viewing slits, with a rotating upper turret equipped with steam-powered cannons. The spider tank was manned by a team, a commander who dictated the strategy, a gunner who aimed the weapons, a loader responsible for ammunition, a driver who navigated the mechanical arachnid, and a radio operator ensuring seamless communication. For all its engineering marvels and tactical advantages, the tank had one unmistakable flaw. The loud click-click-click of its legs echoed ominously as it traversed the medieval cobblestone streets, announcing its presence to anyone within earshot. Those in the resistance knew to listen for this sound as a harbinger of the approaching menace. "Pavotzi," Joseph mumbled under his breath. Spiders were out today. It meant only one thing. More families would be swept into their web. For 8 months, men, women, and children had been hauled away to the east. While many hoped the families were simply relocated, the evil glints in the soldiers' eyes told Joseph a different story. Above the medieval streets of the Jewish district, an airship navigated, floating over the gabled roofs and tightly packed buildings inhabited for over 1,000 years. Under the dirigible, dressed in dark blue uniforms with quilted layers for warmth, rode the Zeppelin-Truppen. Perched in the rigid basket, with rifles poised, they appeared like hunters aiming at skittering rabbits. Additional air scouts peered into the streets and alleyways with steel binoculars pressed to their faces. The Wehrmacht column marched out of view, and Joseph hurried to his place of refuge, soon to be the center of deliverance for his people. He was a Loew, after all. Like his father and grandfather, it was his turn to make his mark.